Welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of what is in our stand today. Today we have a Cipollini bike in our stand, and the customer was complaining about intermittent battery charge issues where he would have full green on his A junction, which has now been removed from, like you might have seen them before. They used to be underneath the stem. Now they're inside the handlebar. Very nice and neat way to hide even more of the Di2 wiring, the E-tube wires that I'm going to show you here in a second. And he would have a full green and having charged it overnight, he'd go out for one ride and then it would be red or he would just lose power. So it turned out that this is the internal C2 battery that goes inside here upside down like this, or maybe that is the right side up, and there's an E-tube wire that is then connected to it. Now you should have an audible click, kind of like your seatbelt, a nice click, and the E-tube would then snap into the bottom of the battery. But in this case, it just doesn't do that. So every now and then he'd have intermittent issues with his battery. Now, Shimano was good enough to warranty the battery, so no issues there. We have a new battery. It's already installed. I did that before I started the video. And also before I started the video, I ran through a quick check. So this is the B junction. And the B junction will then have the wires coming from the handlebars, from the two shifters, the right and left shifters, comes down into here. You have one coming from the rear derailleur, one coming from the front derailleur, and one coming from the battery. So they all meet here in what's called the B junction. So A and B, and now all the cables, E-tube wires, are in one. There's continuity for all of this, for the entire system. Now you just shove this inside there, inside the C-tube or inside the down tube, and that is out of the way. And then you can put in this case, we have a press fit bottom bracket, and then we're going to put in a Dura-Ace crankset. Once we do that, then we can continue with the tune-up with a brand new Dura-Ace chain, run through the functionality of the whole system, derailleurs, and the brakes. The brakes were rubbing, so those are fairly easy to adjust. These are direct mount brakes, and if you haven't ridden direct mount brakes before, yes, disc brakes are better. We know that in all conditions, whether it be rain or dry conditions, but these direct mount brakes give a remarkable improvement to the rim brake application. So you have rim brake, this is direct mount rim brake, and it's just dramatically, it just has more stopping power. And the modulation is probably about the same, but it's just the stopping power is significantly better. So this bike is running tubulars, which is another thing that he came in for. The rear tire I had replaced, and for some reason it wasn't holding air. So we did the regular thing. You put soapy water over it, and we couldn't find a leak. So I put some sealant in the tire, and it's now been 2 days, and it's holding very well. The air pressure, I would imagine it's not even down 5 to 10 psi. So we fixed that issue for him without having to replace a tubular. We fixed the Di2 battery issue. We have a worn chain that we're replacing, and then we're going to do the tune-up on this bike. So I appreciate you following this channel. I know that I'm very sporadic, but that's because I'm a one-man shop and I have to do everything on top of the service, the videos, the business development, the accounting, the parts ordering, the negotiating with vendors. So I just only have so much time. So I appreciate those of you who have subscribed. Please hit the notification bell as well, and then you'll be notified when I release a new video. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the road.